G'day everybody, where's Wally here? Look, I am really sorry. It is Adam yet again that needs to have a little bit of metaphorical slapping. Look, this happens every time he mentions space, but we know that already, don't we?
Now about the SpaceX, and as expected, some of the globe believers, out of pure desperation, referenced the so-called satellite release the other day, which in fact was a bubble fest. As expected, they've claimed that what we saw were the bubbles, that they were ice crystals that have actually come off the rocket itself. That was to be expected, and that was kind of a trap that I laid that out there, if I'm honest.
Adam sees what he thinks is a dead certain mistake by SpaceX.
Again, this infamous satellite release. The camera is, I'm guessing, on the top of the rocket, second stage rocket, looking up, of course, at the satellite and the direction the satellite is going, okay? But what we're going to see after the satellite supposedly has been released, to the right-hand side, loads of bubbles. The globe believers will say that is ice crystals that have come off the rocket, but as we're going to see after we've seen the footage, and I'm going to show it to you, I don't entirely know exactly what's going on. So let's have a look at the footage.
Payload deploy confirms.
And now to the right hand side, we're going to get hundreds of bubbles. Here they come. 1, 2, 3, loads of them now, loads of bubbles. Some on the far right side, most are on the right hand side, all right, away from the rocket booster, the second stage. Look, all coming in from the right hand side. So, the heliocentric believers are claiming that when this satellite is released and it goes up, that the ice crystals are coming off this second stage booster, okay? But here's the problem, guys. The camera is somewhere here looking up as we get the supposed satellite release. The camera's here, isn't it, looking up, and off goes the satellite. And of course, we see all, 90% of the bubbles or ice crystals over here on the right going up from this camera. So if you're claiming that ice crystals have come off this booster, that means they've had to have travelled from the booster across over to the right. So if they've done that as a result of the reaction of the satellite being released, that's fine, but their direction would continuously keep going. It would need something to apply direction to it to suddenly change direction and go that way, chasing the satellite.
But the absolute funniest part is that Adam himself shows in his own diagram the very reason for seeing the crystals. See how you drew that line pointing forward, Adam? Very nice debunk of yourself there, fella.
So if they're travelling right, what suddenly changed their direction and they've taken a left turn here and decided all of them to then go up that direction?
Well, see, all those ice crystals are moving forward and away from stage 2 at a 45-degree angle. So you are going to see those, aren't you, Adam?
I don't entirely know exactly what's going on.
And cameras often have a wider field of view than you expect. Did you not realise that, Adam? As your Mrs. Delicates on the door and your CB radio from the 70s will attest. You really should learn to edit, Adam. You bang on about cuts, mate, but how about a tidy crop or two from you? That would be great.
I don't entirely know exactly what's going on.
Here, let me help you. That's much better, fella. And naturally, Captain Cherrypick didn't show you the next 30 seconds of the video from SpaceX, did he? He always cuts when it gets interesting. Now notice how the satellite is moving left. That means, dear boy, that stage 2 is actually turning right. Perhaps so they can do a 180, then fire the rocket for a third time in the opposite direction and do a deorbit burn and dump stage 2 right into Point Nemo. Of course, nobody told poor old stage 2, but the last thing it has to do is a death dive back through the atmosphere. Bye bye stage 2, you did do good. Finally, let's leave Adam to his pantomime and we'll enjoy this little gem. This is from the video a little earlier, around stage 1 separation. So when stage 1 and stage 2 separated, and the grid fins on the booster start to deploy, they are lit by the glow from the stage 2 engine. But look how fast that glow fades. Those two modules are really speeding apart at this point. Fantastic. We thank you, Adam. You provide yet another way for us to debunk your debunk of the heliocentric model. So sad, Adam.
I don't entirely know exactly what's going on. Worrying that people are willing to put, or just haven't got the logic or discernment to work this stuff out. It's quite obvious that this is what was going on. The satellite went up to the top of the pole. The resulting energy as a result of the satellite being released, or prop rising to the top of the pole, the energy went into the base of the pole, travelled along the support beams that hold this prop, supposed second stage rocket, hit something else, another prop or something else, or the runners, and we saw the resulting air bubbles rise up to the right. Sorry if this upsets you or destroys your belief system. I cannot believe, Wally,